So every week we seem to talk about power creep in the game. How every week we get a new weapon or a new monster. Something dumb. Some new rework that's so much stronger than it needs to be. So much stronger than anything previously added to the game. Even just a week ago. But what I think is even worse for the game, even more devious, is feature creep. Let me put it this way. Let's get legendary weapons. Now, we're getting like a new legendary weapon essentially every week. And I wouldn't think that that was a bad thing if it wasn't so easy to get most of them. Let's look at, even going back to Deepwoken, you had enchants, gems, and legendary weapons. That was the pinnacle, that's what you farmed for. Well, enchants are too hard to get. Now you can use armor enchants at Lapis and re-roll that into an enchant for whatever weapon you pick. Oh, actually, nah. Now you can just get enchant stones from layer 2. Or with the Deep Shore, you can completely pick the enchant you get. Oh, on top of that, forget the gem, like the gems from the depths that used to be incredibly rare. Forget the gems from Primadon. You can just get a whole fucking stack from Chaser and Etheron. And now Diluvian, right? No rarity. You can get them from doing anything. Enchants, you can get them from doing anything. Legendary weapons, you can get them from doing anything. And now, even then, even a year ago, when they really laxed the rarity on these items, you still had to do something marginally difficult to get them. Let's say you wanted to get a lot of gems. Okay, you're going to have to go do floor 2s or chasers, which is difficult for a lot of the player base. Or, okay, you want to get a specific enchant. You got to do the Deep Shore, or you have to continuously roll at Kalaris. You want bell rerolls. You have to talk to Ms. Boralis for the 15 knowledge every floor 2. You have to go to floor 2, and then you can do a bell reroll, right? The features that are super important, right, that are super key to making a good build, you had to play the game. You had to do something difficult. There was a risk to the reward. Now, who the fuck goes to Kalaris for anything except for like spamming to get the armor enchant they want or Dawnwalker? Right? It's just a nonsensical feature, especially when you can now get weapon enchants from damn near every single Diluvian chest or every single Hell Mode chest. And farming itself is its whole own thing. They've been doing 2 times chests so many weekends in a row, they might as well just make that the default. Because whenever they take away the 2 times chest, I have zero interest in doing anything PvE. It feels so terrible. It just doesn't make sense. And I love relics. I love the idea of relics, but they're all centered around convenience. They're supposed to make it easier. Hey, instead of talking to Ms. Boralis, Idol of Yunshal, you can get a bell reroll anywhere. Hey, Moon's Eye Tome, instead of having to farm floor 2 and get the medallions, which is the whole point it exists, here, just read the book, you get 100 or so. But now it's so easy to also get relics that there's no point to even play the part of the game that they spent a fucking year making, you know? It's this feature creep where I had a PvE build. I was doing Diluvian, I just grinded it like hours a day on a 2 times chest weekend. And now when I make a build, I just have my friend boost me in Diluvian, and it's like, oh, time to reroll. Alright, Moon's Eye Tome. Well, I have fucking 25 of them, so alright, I get all the talents I want. Oh, I don't like this bell. I have probably 60 Idol of Yunshals, it feels like. Oh, now I got the bell I want. Do I want to corrupt it? I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Since I have fucking 14 Sinner's Ash, you know? God roll kit? Oh, it's okay. I've had so many armor needles that I have 3 different God roll kits. 1 for HP and elemental, 1 for HP and physical, and then like a hybrid between them that I can just move off my slots through the banks. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know, you don't even have to really play the game anymore. It's kinda strange. I'm afraid that Conquest is gonna drop. And we're gonna get this shit. Oh my god, that's a big one. They added Maestro, which was supposed to be like the legendary weapon farm. Or like, oh, you can get the Imperial Staff, or he drops enchant stones and occasional relics. Who the fuck farms him for any of that now? It takes maybe 3 Primadons to get an Imperial Staff and at least 1 relic. And again, if you have a PvE build or you have friends, that shit don't even matter. Farm private on, get all the legendary weapons you want. Go down to Diluvian. You do maybe 2 or 3 wave 50s now on this weekend. Especially if you have friends where it's like, okay, the first wave 50, one guy gets all the relic chests. Next guy gets all the relic chests. I promise you, you will have legit everything in the fucking game. You won't have to do anything. You won't have to play Chaser, Etheron, Duke, Ferryman. You won't have to do any of that shit because you just get it for doing nothing. Like when the ease of access to all of the rarest items is as high as it is, there is no need to actually go into the gameplay features they created for said items. Why would I farm for a deep spindle like in the depths event? Can't you just get it from Ferryman now or some shit? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Crit Blade, Curve Blade, Wednesday. I step out of Diluvian like fucking Mr. Beast, bro. They're paperweights. They're like the Infinity Stones in that Loki show. I just throw them to freshies. It don't even 3-star damage. It doesn't even fucking matter. I already have 10 of them. Like, what? What?